Welcome back to my channel, guys. Next in food, I am your diva chef Simone Walker Barrett. Thank you so much for joining us today for this wonderful tutorial. I am going to show you guys how to make a dessert out of our beloved ackee. It's also our national dish. And fun facts for you, did you know that ackee is a fruit? Yes, it is, but today we are going to be using it to make a dessert called cream cheese ackee tart, and we're going to be putting a lovely caramel sauce over that just to finish that dessert. So this dessert has 3 steps. Step 1, we are going to be making the crust for our cream cheese ackee tart. And for the crust today, I am using some crunches. If you are a Jamaican like me, you know what crunches are. They're these delicious savory crackers. This is what I have, this is what I'm using. But if you don't have crunches, you can use your favorite cookie or cake or sweet crackers for this. So in goes. Just because this is savory, I am going to add 1/4 cup of sugar just to sweeten it up a bit. I'm also going to be adding 1 teaspoon of cinnamon just to add some nice warm spicy flavor to it, and then we're going to chop it. So this is what it's looking like. It's nice and chopped. And so to moisten this, we will be adding 6 ounces of melted butter. So the butter adds some well-needed moisture to the crackers, and that is going to cause it to be able to mold in our pan for the base for our cream cheese tart. Okay guys, this is what it looks like. Remember, now you can use your favorite cookies. I am using a savory crackers because that's what I have in my pantry, and so I added the sugar for sweetness. Now if you add the 6 ounces of melted butter and it is still a little bit dry, feel free to add a tablespoon of honey or 2 more tablespoons of melted butter. So this is what it looks like. Kind of look like brown sugar, doesn't it? All right, so now we are going to put this into our tart pan, and this is going to be the base on which our ackee cream cheese tart will be baking on. So I'm just going to use a spoon to help me to mold the base into my tart pan. So you want to just push it to the sides, just like so. You want the layer to be at least 1/8 of an inch thick. So be very gentle with it. Different cracker will give a different result, and that is the beauty about cooking. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna add some more. Okay, now guys, so this is what it looks like. So step 1 is finished. This is the base of our cream cheese ackee tart. We'll bake this at 350 for 8 minutes in the oven. The purpose for baking it is just to allow the base to set so that when you pour the ackee cream cheese batter on top, it will not seep through. Take a look. Okay guys, now on to step 2. Step 2 is the actual filling for the tart. And so for that, we are going to be needing 1 14-ounce can sweetened condensed milk. Let's get it all out. So this is where the sugar, most of the sugar is coming from. If you don't have condensed milk, feel free to replace it with cooking cream, heavy cream, or evaporated milk. We are going to now use 6 whole eggs. All of that goes in. And this is very, very easy because we are making it into our blender. This is 1 pound of cooked ackee. This ackee was cooked ahead of time. I cooked it softer than I needed because I wanted it to blend out very, very, very smooth. And so our ackees, these ackees have been cleaned, washed, and cooked. So the ackee goes into the blender jar as well. Now we're going to be adding cream cheese because it's an ackee cream cheese tart, cream cheese ackee tart, or however you call it. This is 1 pound of softened cream cheese that goes in. I also have 1/2 cup of sugar. I find that it needs this amount of sugar. If you're watching your sugar, feel free to omit this step. This is 1 sachet of coconut milk powder, and this is for flavoring. I am just adding 1/2 of the sachet for now. 1 tablespoon of white rum for flavoring as well. 1/3 of a cup sour cream. The sour cream brings a nice little tang to this. I really love the taste that it brings to the finished dish. We are also adding 1/2 cup of cornstarch. This is a secondary binder. And finally, we want to add some vanilla essence. And I'm just going to be adding 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence. This is going to go onto the blender and we're just going to puree it like a milkshake until it is nice and smooth. I'll show you what it looks like. So guys, this is what our tart base look like. It's now baked and cool, and now it's time for us to add our cream cheese ackee mixture that we pureed in the blender. Remember I told you it's going to look just like a milkshake. Isn't this beautiful? You see that lovely yellow color? That is from the ackee. So now we pour this on. We want to fill it up as much as it will go, about 3/4 of the way. I think I went a little bit too much. Let's take some out. The beauty about making tarts, they're very similar. This one is very similar to cheesecake. It's just that it's way thinner, so it bakes in half of the time. This is literally going to take us 22 minutes at 325 to set. So let's explain what is happening here. So the filling is actually a custard. So the ackee, the cream cheese, the egg is the primary binder, and the cornstarch is a secondary binder. And so all of this is going to cook into the oven and held together with the protein from the egg. So, you know, that makes it into a custard. This is what it looks like. So we are going to be cooking it or baking it in the oven at 325 for between 20 minutes to 25 minutes. Let's see. So guys, our cream cheese ackee tart is in the oven baking. So it's now a good time for me to show you how to make our rum caramel sauce. So for caramel sauce, you need white sugar. I'm using 1 cup of white sugar. I prefer to use white sugar when making a caramel sauce because white sugar has all the molasses taken out of it, and so it caramelizes so much easier. Since you're going to be making caramel for the first time, I want to show you the easiest way. So white sugar in the pot. We are now going to add 1/4 cup of water to our sugar and 1 tablespoon of honey. I like adding the honey because sometimes the sugars can invert back into crystal, and so you can add a simple sugar like honey or pancake syrup, and that will prevent that from happening. So when you're making caramel sauce, you can't be leaving it alone. It requires your full attention. So you want to make sure you have all of your ingredients measured out like I did. We have our cream and salt and of course rum. These are going to be added last. First, you want to cook your sugar to a lovely caramel color. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like when our sugar turns caramel. You see that nice dark color. Now there's a thin line between caramelized sugar and burnt sugar, so now it's a good time to add the cream. And you want to be careful. Add the cream and stir and stir. Now when you're making a caramel sauce, you must use cream versus milk because cream is nice and fatty. So guys, this is what our caramel sauce looks like. I changed from a wooden spoon to a whisk to just get it nice and smooth. Now we are going to add some salt for flavor. I'm adding kosher salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon. Salt and caramel go so nicely together. And now I'm going to add a tablespoon of rum because remember I said to you that this is a rum caramel sauce. And this is all it is. As it cools down, it will get thicker, thick enough to coat to the back of a spoon. And then you can pour this into a jar and keep this in your refrigerator. And as it sits in your refrigerator, the fat from the cream will help this to solidify, and then it's going to have a consistency almost like peanut butter. So this is going to be so delicious on our cream cheese Ackee tart. Okay guys, I am pleased to present the cream cheese Ackee tart. This is what it looks like. It is baked and cool and ready to be decorated with the rum caramel sauce I showed you how to make. So this is a movable tart pan. I really love these pans because it makes it so much easier to come out of the pan. So at this point, we're just gonna take a little bit of our caramel sauce and just kind of just drizzle in no particular order. We're just gonna drizzle it like so. Just drizzle it. The caramel sauce adds a different depth of flavor and of course sweetness. The caramel sauce also carry over that obedient rum flavor that we add in the tart as a flavoring. So I'm so excited. Now it's time for us to cut into our caramel sauce. But before we do, I just want to dress it up with a little bit of coconut. We're carrying over that obedient coconut flavor. We added coconut powder in the mix. So now we're adding some texture with some sweetened dry coconut. Keep it very simple. You can also add whipped cream if you like. This is it for us. So are you ready? Da-da-da. So I want to just cut it all the way in two, just like so. And then see how the cracker is crumbling, but that's fine. We cut it again, and then we just want to this slice for me, which slice you guys want? That one for you, this one for me. And we're gonna put it onto our plate, just like that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful texture. Look at this. This is what our cream cheese ackee tart looks like. It is absolutely creamy and equally delicious. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're returning, welcome back. Don't forget to hit that subscription button. Leave a comment down below. I love to hear from you. And also tag us at Next in Food on Instagram if you try this recipe for you and your family. And also guys, don't forget to share this video, share it in your circle. Let us build a community of foodies. Thank you so much for watching. I am your Diva Chef, Simone Walker Barrett. I'll see you next time.